Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 8, Week 5, Day 4. So today we have ourselves the class event for the Stormcaller hero class. Stormcaller, pretty decent hero class, though does not really need to be that level to be able to fully utilize it. It is primarily used for perpetual yellow storm that it gets when fully traded, and it's pretty much the only reason you ever put it onto any team. Otherwise, there are a lot of other hero classes that are just better than it. But it's basically just used for perpetual yellow storm. We'll probably still claim out the event. Of course, class events being very bad value to spend gems on, unless you just really want that leaderboard. However, of course, we'll still be doing the free battles in order to get the free 25 gems that are on it, and you would also get some EXP towards it if you didn't already max out the hero class. Aside from that, nothing else too much going on today. We'll probably just grind some explore near the end, finish out world event. If we haven't already, I don't believe we have, though we are getting very close. So we'll definitely get our battles in to help out there. Hey, a blue orb, nice. And of course, this weekend, biggest thing going on this week is the Vault event weekend. So, of course, good time to grind. No new content coming in, of course. However, in 5 hours and 51 minutes from now, you will be able to go grind in Glory Gem Guild, or what am I saying? Wrong thing. That's the Mythic. Though, that does remind me, though, that mess up. This is the last 6 hours to go get the new Mythic that came out last Friday in the Glory Gem Guild and VIP chest drop table. As soon as the Vault event starts, this will end, or at least its exclusivity anyways. You'll still be able to get it in the drop table, though the chance you'll specifically get it is near impossible, because everything else will also be in the drop table. So realistically, now's your last chance, unless you want to wait till Soulforge, or until Merlantis has a week-long event, so you can try to get it in event keys, or get it in diamonds later. So last 6 hours or so to go get that in that way. Aside from that, yeah, Vault event in 6 hours, and of course, a great time to grind, explore. And we'll be doing that on our 3 nightly streams. Anyways, let's go, and where on earth do we start? Let's start with the, we might as well start with the class event. So, of course, we mentioned the team on Monday. Quite a few different ways you can go about it. Or personally, just going down the Dawnbringer Queen Zachi route with a little bit of a link behind it, and it's pretty much the whole game plan. You could end up buying tier 1 and have the explosion. However, we're doing this pretty much for 25 gems, and it costs 30 gems to do that, so the value would not quite be worth it, given that it would be a value of negative 5 gems. So we're just going down the route of kill them as quickly as possible with this big AoE burst. And that's the game plan. Anyways, hello everyone! Hope you've been doing well. Hello Defiant, hello Tyrian, hello Mr., hello Bill, hello Dwight, hello Daddy Shark, hello Peter, hello Defiant, hello Mr., hello Barbara, hello Michael, hello Gadget, hello Logic Slayer, hello Isabel, hello Mr. Jesse, hello Cookie, hello Draco, hello who Vanessa, hello to, hello Ricardo, hello Ajonian, hello everyone else, hello everyone who hasn't said hello, welcome. Okay, so let's go, and what do we need here? Ideally, we actually want to take Brown. You know what? Why don't I just put Zachi in first slot? Now that I think about it. Why isn't this team just pure Zachi instead of Dawnbringer? I mentioned that during the Monday video, or I should say Tuesday video, because I think I posted a day later, or at least on the end of Monday. But I can't remember this week. But I did mention that then. However, yeah, why don't we just do it? Queen. That's not how you spell it. Actually, yeah, we will need double cast, so we will get double. Well, then again, yeah, we'll still go double. Because we need somewhere for the mana to link that isn't going into something useless. And this will make sure it's not useless. Any update to update the Mythic tier list? Yes, we're actually going to be starting a bunch of updated videos very soon. That is one goal for this year. It's been something I've been meaning to do for a while, and we'll finally be getting around to. The first video of such will be tomorrow. Not specifically on Mythics. However, we'll be covering a video tomorrow, probably pretty soon. Might even be up tonight, otherwise it'll be up tomorrow morning. But we'll be covering a video going over all the teams for Vault events, all updated. And we'll be doing that for pretty much everything soon. Obviously, we'll eventually be doing it for the Mythics as well. Exactly when, I'm not sure, but yeah, I want to make an updated guide for everything this year, or at least for most of the things, as well as some guides that we haven't actually made stuff for, that we've kind of explained a lot, but never really specifically done. Like all the many resources within the game, and a few other things. But yeah, the next one that will be going up for that, or the first one of many that will be updating, will be the one for the Vault event, since that's the most immediately relevant one, since that's in several hours from now. That's the game plan. Hello, Clip Bomb, welcome. Yeah, I plan on doing tier lists for quite a few things. I never did end up making a class tier list, so that's one I might actually do beforehand as well. Because we've technically already made Mythic tier lists, I would just have to update it for the last year or so of Mythics. Because I don't believe, the last time I covered it, I believe was the end of the previous year. As in the end of 2020, so basically, you know, like right at the start of 2021. So a little over a year ago was the last time I believe we did a tier list for all Mythics. Not much has really changed for the most part. The most noteworthy difference is Ironhawk is in a tier of its own. Like, it was already high, but after Nomapalooza, it's like you kind of have to get 2 of them as quickly as you possibly can. Like, it is so important to get, Actually, was he even in the previous tier list? Because I don't think... Did he even exist yet? Because that's probably the biggest thing that's wrong with the current tier list, if that wasn't in it, is the fact that, there is nothing higher priority than getting 2 Ironhawks as quickly as you possibly can. If you want to have fun and maybe mess with like one mythic you really, really want, like you saw something that you know is going to be good, you know you're going to use it a lot, maybe get that first. But then immediately after, you want to get 2 Ironhawks. Probably first. It's just so strong. Mostly because vault events are such good loot, and they farm the loot off the vault events quicker than anything else. By a pretty substantial margin. It's like 50% quicker than most similar teams. Oh yeah, was Farish Raw high on that tier list? Yeah, Farish Raw is like C tier now. Farish Raw prior to Ironhawk was decent because you could increase the rate at which you soul farm. However, soul farming is kind of irrelevant now because you might as well just use Ironhawk when a vault event is active and just get infinite everything loot instead of just infinite souls. Which is kind of nice. But yeah, he's definitely way lower priority. He was already bad at doing damage. And now he's bad at farming as well. Not that he's any worse than he already was, it's just a much better option came into play. And I do normally rate the mythics relative to the other mythics. Like, if there's something better that comes along that completely invalidates another mythic, I normally put them a lot lower down. Unless they're a cheaper alternative to something. Like, some of the Zoogoth alternatives I put a little bit higher than they maybe should be. Just because they're great options prior to having Zoogoth, but then you never touch them again once you have Zoogoth. I feel like Infernus is another one of those options, where it's rated a bit higher because if you get it early on in the game and kind of have it as your burn alternative prior to having better ones, it's kind of nice. But then you have Zoogoth and it's like, okay, well, I don't need you anymore for most situations. There's still a few situations. But, I don't know. I can't remember in the last, like, year or two the last time I really bothered with Infernus. You just don't use them as much this late in the game. He also becomes increasingly worse the higher stats go. Because things like burn and such don't really scale off of anything. Also, how on earth are we not getting mana yet? I think the problem is I'm trying to play this team as if it's one Zachi. Despite having 2 Zachis. Because I'm just letting the mana go into the second one and not doing anything with it at all. Imp of Love is getting 26 durability on level 1 Explorer. Wait. Was that already added today? I do know that we had a Battle Crasher. Wait, would that even be relevant? Oh. It actually would be. Because if you're verse farming. Oh. I didn't think about that. Is that already active? I knew we were getting a Battle Crasher soon. I thought it was for next week, though. I didn't realize it's actually running through this weekend. Oh, that's really bad. Well, that won't affect Nomapalooza. So this might be a weekend I almost only throw Nomapalooza. Gosh, I might almost need to have a separate video on that. Because we'll probably have the video going over the strategy, you know, of course, for vault events, and then a separate one kind of mentioning that. Because there's a caveat to that this weekend then. Where is it? Yeah, okay, that's a unfortunate factor. It's only for 50 bonus souls too. But yeah, that should have no effect on Nomapalooza, right? Can a Battle Crasher even show up in Nomapalooza? I actually forget. I believe the answer is no. Though I actually don't know. Because have we ever... I don't know. I've just never actually done a... Does anyone know? Because I don't think I've ever actually activated a Nomapalooza while Battle Crasher was active. Not counting that one from that 1 month that we had that new kingdom for Nexus. Not counting that Battle Crasher. I don't think it does. I'm pretty sure Nomapalooza overrides it. I am pretty sure. Because it would have nowhere to spawn. Because all 4 spawns are designated for the gnome. I actually don't know. I would sure hope not. Because that's actually extremely problematic. The alternative is run Phoenicia. If that is the case. Phoenicia will have higher kill range. And just run Phoenicia on like Explore 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. Because she does have 20% stats this week, which kind of evens it out. So this might just have to be a week we run Phoenicia with 20%. Because she does have 20% this week, which kind of counters out the higher stats on the other thing anyways. So it might not be too bad. We just have to run Phoenicia instead of Ironhawks this weekend. Oh, we'll take that. Which I was somewhat planning on doing slightly anyways, just because it has 20% stats this week. However, we might actually have to because of the Imp of Love. Like, we might not have a choice but to run Phoenicia. Phoenicia. Yeah, Rowan and Phoenicia teams don't really care about Imp of Love. However, Ironhawk definitely does. Because it's doing 20 and 25 damage, so if it has like 26 durability, that is extremely problematic. But something like Phoenicia and Rowan really don't care about slightly higher durability. They hit so high that they're killing everything. Like a bit of durability is going to make no difference. But yeah, that'll be interesting. Because that does change up the strategy ever so slightly. It might be a weekend that we just run only Phoenicia. Which some people only run to begin with as well. I haven't cared for it as much, but we might have to learn to care for it. Because I already use Phoenicia for so much, I try not to use her for vault events. But this particular vault event might have to. Especially with our 20% stats this week, make it even better. Because we could very consistently run like Explore 12. I think we almost have Explore 8 damage. I mean, did I say Explore 12? I meant Explore 7. And almost have Explore 8 damage. That's what I was saying earlier this stream. I don't believe we've ever had a Battle Crasher during a Nomapalooza. I don't think. Because I can't recall a time it has happened prior. Not counting the Nexus one. Though the Nexus one didn't really matter because it stopped after like, what, 5-10 minutes? Maybe 15 at max. If you got a bit unlucky, or maybe half an hour. But like, it actually stopped. These don't stop. They keep going. All weekend long. Actually, I think they keep going all the way till Valentine's Day, which is Monday. Because the thing says 5 days, and they started today, so what is that then? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's basically to the end of Valentine's Day, or the day after Valentine's Day, one or the other. And Valentine's Day is Monday. So it probably goes till Tuesday reset, most likely. Well, I'm probably just going to be running Phoenicia instead of Rowan for verse farming. I'm just going to do it on a really high Explore level so we gain other loot. It's something that quite a few other people just do by default. Because if your guild cares about trophies, you get a lot of trophies that way. You also get quite a bit more gold per hour. And you also get more overall loot from the Palooza. But you get less vault keys and epic vault keys. But you get more cursed shards and a few other things. Main reason I don't normally do it is you do get less overall vault keys and epic vault keys by a ratio of about like 50%. Or technically 33%. Depends how you look at it. Because if you look at it from the difference between running a running Ironhawk team and then compared to doing Phoenicia, it's a 33% reduction that way. However, you could also look at it like you're getting 50% more if you're running from Rowain to the other one. So it really just depends how you look at it. But regardless, it's basically a third less. Let's see, we'll take it over. Didn't we have a reindeer troop around the Christmas Nomapalooza? I can't remember for sure. I know the only overlap for 100% for sure was during Nexus event, when that one Battle Crasher was around. But we normally did it before that even mattered, even if it did have overlap, so I'm not sure. Because he would stop dropping after a while. I probably should have gotten full mana on the other one. I'm playing this team very weirdly. I keep playing it like there's one Zachi, even though there's two Zachis. Because at this point, we kind of want to let both of them get to full mana, though it doesn't matter, we already won them all. We got our gems. Not a completely ideal way, but it did happen. Okay, I guess I'll just grab the shards. The rest of these don't seem too useful. And just grab out a nice Phoenicia team. We'll be needing you a lot this week in Phoenicia. With your bonus 20% stats you have this week. Making you hit even harder, which is going to be very convenient. With the Imp of Love around. Yeah, it shouldn't show up. Gnomes override basically everything. Basically how it works if you do verse farming is if you would get a gnome drop, it will give you the gnome rather than the Battle Crasher. So you're never going to be losing any gnomes because the gnome has the priority instead of the Battle Crasher. So whenever it happens, it will just only spawn the gnome and you won't have the Battle Crasher in the battle. And the way that I assume it works with Nomapalooza is all four of them will be gnome, and because they have priority, a Battle Crasher will never appear during a Nomapalooza. So I'm pretty sure that is the case. Because I know in a normal battle, you can't get both of them to roll simultaneously. It's either the gnome or the Battle Crasher, and the gnome has priority over the Battle Crasher. So you're never losing any gnomes due to the Battle Crasher existing. You're simply just getting some Battle Crashers mixed in on other battles. But never does a Battle Crasher block you from getting a gnome. At least in theory. If the code breaks down and doesn't do that, then that could be another factor. But it's not supposed to get in the way of gnomes. And from what I've seen, it doesn't. Not to say that's actually how it's going to function. Never know sometimes. Though they haven't done any patch that could have really broken it other than 6.1. Because this is the first time that has happened since 6.1, though I highly doubt anything in that patch and that other mini patch they did would have broken it. Or I would sure hope not. Because we've technically had, what, 2 patches since last time it happened in December? I know for sure we had at least 1 patch, because that little mini 6.15 or whatever it's called. I still keep calling it 6.1 though, just because of how mini of a patch it was. Anyways, let's go do some token farming. Since obviously this weekend will be dedicated to vault farming, I will not actually be doing any Explore 12, because we'll probably just be running Explore 7 with Phoenicia or something. Most likely. The code breakdown? That never happens. I know, right? When has that ever happened? More than 10 times in a week. Let's see. We'll throw that down. Also, have we been seeing any Imp of Loves? Am I going crazy, or have I just not seen any? I haven't really been paying too much attention. Oh, you know what? We were doing a mode where they can't spawn. I forgot. They can't spawn in the class trials. Because I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure we have not seen a Battle Crasher, but that is correct because they literally can't spawn there. That would be why. Because I was gonna say, I'm seeing like an extreme lack of Imp of Love. But it's because we were doing a mode where it can't spawn. Oh yeah, I still need to go do a World Lore event. We'll go run like an Explorer 1 or 2. Get a few chests, and then we'll go head over to the World event. And then we'll hand out the code after we finish that World event then. Because I'm still on slightly limited code, so we can't do the double code thing. Still waiting for Nimhane, not Nimhane, what's her name? Kafka, to give me more codes. We have exactly enough to go until Monday night. So technically Tuesday, technically. With how many codes we have if we hand out one per stream. The problem, though, is if we don't get more, we run out by Tuesday night. But hopefully by Sunday or Monday night, I should have more by then. I'll go recontact her everywhere I can again tomorrow. There it is. That's the Imp of Love I was referring to earlier. This guy's going to be a nightmare this weekend. So has the forum already complained about the Imp of Love? It's a valid complaint. However, I'm curious how the thread is there. I didn't actually check. Is there like a whole thread that like Imp of Love nerfs the weekend or something? Though it only really nerfs one really particular team. Let's see. Actually, I don't see a thread on it. Though there probably is. Interesting. I don't really see a thread, I am surprised. Though, in all fairness, a lot of people may not have realized what's about to happen. Because they might not be running Explore 1 until tomorrow. And then they'll see that the Imp of Love has 1 billion HP. It having 26 durability working as intended. Yeah, no one will really notice till tomorrow, sounds about right. Because honestly, if you didn't bring that up, I would have not really realized Imp of Love has 26 HP. Like, I knew it had high HP, I didn't realize it was that high though on Explore 1. Because you normally don't see it on Explore 1. It's not something that normally happens. It's not associated to any kingdom. The only time it ever comes out is if they bring it out as a Battle Crasher. Or in context where it has a lot higher stats, like PvP. Oh, so not everyone runs Ironhawk team. Because it does technically require 2 or 3 Ironhawks. Which obviously not everyone has. Also, some people who even do have it just preferred running the Phoenicia method. Either because they want more trophies for the guild, or they just prefer to loot overall. Because you're getting double the trophies per battle with the Phoenicia build. And putting into the fact that it's slightly slower, but you're still getting that many more trophies. I believe it's around 33% quicker or so than running standard. Or is it closer to 50%? Where would it be? It would be, is you're getting 2 trophies per battle, but you're winning 50% slower. So if that's the case, what's the ratio then? That means for every... So you're getting 1 more trophy per interval, which means it's a 25% increase. Because if you compensate for same exact amount of time, you're getting approximately, yeah, that's right? Yeah. For every 4 trophies, or for every 3 battles, you're basically effectively getting 1 more trophy. Or, you know, basically, for every 20 seconds... Is it 20? No, Phoenicia went slower than that, isn't it? What would that come down to? Yeah, I guess it would, because you actually are winning slower than that, because I'm counting to 3. So yeah, per 20 seconds, you're getting 1 more trophy with Phoenicia than you are with a Dust Devil build. Oh no, that'd be per 30 seconds. What am I saying? So for every 30 seconds, you would get one more trophy with Phoenicia build compared to not running Phoenicia build. Which means in a given hour, what is that then? 120 more trophies per hour approximately, give or take. It's like a 25% difference then or so. As far as total number of trophies. And obviously a bunch of other loot. But trophies is one of the biggest differences. That and curse runes if you're running it for a Palooza itself. Though I hate that you have to wait a little while to get like the full loot. I'll probably just kill it immediately because I don't really care if I get a lot of curse runes. But then again, we could just run normal Palooza normally if there's not going to be Imp of Love. It's just verse farming I would have to run Phoenicia. Which isn't that bad, because we actually have quite a reserve of Paloozas. So this weekend might be a really heavy Palooza weekend. Because Paloozas shouldn't be affected by it, and we have like 30-something sets. I might go down to 20-something this weekend, or even into 10s. Oh yeah, we'd probably go down to 20-something. Because we currently have 27 sets of Palooza. Well, technically 47, but you know what I mean. Like if we were to go all the way down to 20, we'd have 27. So we have a pretty good number there. We could run Palooza the entire time. Let's say on average we farm for 10 hours. A Palooza lasts for 15 minutes. Which means we'd have, let's say 3 per hour. Because there'll be some time in between and other things. So let's say we could do 3 per hour. 10 hours, that's 30. We basically have enough. If I only farmed for like 1 or 2 hours, we'd have enough. And that's assuming we go for about 10 hours over the course of the weekend. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. But yeah, that would work out perfectly fine. We'd still be somewhere in the 20s as far as remaining Paloozas. Yet we could still run Palooza pretty much the whole time, or literally the whole time if we really want to. So this weekend's definitely going to be a little bit more heavier on the Palooza, that is for sure. The only problem is now that video I wanted to go and record is going to be kind of awkward. Because I would have to get 2 battles in a row that don't have an Imp of Love Battle Crasher to show it correctly. Because under normal circumstances, they would always one-shot in those locations. But if an Imp of Love is appearing, that kind of completely breaks the viability of showing that team. I could always just mention it, but not show them. That or only show the one that instantly kills. And just hope we don't get the Imp of Love. Because there's a second factor that actually it doesn't kill. And that is when a Mech Gnome appears. The 20 damage build does not kill. Or was it Soul Gnome? No, it was Soul Gnome under a bulkier thing, I think. Not the Mech Gnome. Because there are still circumstances where the 20 damage team doesn't kill. In those perfect locations. It's mostly the more durable gnomes. Oh yeah, using the wish gems for factions that have any amount of board destroy is an interesting concept. It's going to be kind of like trying to utilize Lycanthropy. But yeah, there are quite a few power gems that come by from time to time that can definitely help you out with the Underworld factions. And Wish Gem is definitely one of them. Gosh, we have exactly 0 shards left. With that being said, let's go do a Ward Event. And then after we go do Ward Event, we'll go hand out a code. And then we'll spend the rest of the time grinding a little bit on the Explore. Since that'll probably be the last that we do of it this week, because we'll be doing the Vault event all this weekend. Ah, we still got the jiggly Wind Archer. Still jiggling all week long. And just instantly full mana on the entire team. Who needs some power when your whole team could just start with mana? Ah, it's jiggling. It refuses to stop jiggling. Oh, you just got Dark Pit done? Nice. That's a bit of a harder one. You have so many pure factions left. Yeah, I don't feel like a lot of people, like, it's definitely not high priority for most of the game as you're going by. Like, the rewards that you get for doing 500 pure factions isn't the greatest. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't do it till, like, way, way, way later. It is something you generally do eventually want to get around to, though. It becomes increasingly more relevant the later you get into the game, because then you have increasingly less stats that you could possibly get anywheres, and then you start looking to pretty much anywheres where you can get some, and factions being that anywhere. Because the overall amount of stats you get for factions is pretty minuscule, but if you compare it to not having any stats at all when you're like way later in the game, to the point, or you know, when you're almost like barely getting stats from anything at a glacial pace, the amount that you start getting from factions actually seems a bit better. Because it eventually comes a point where the gains that you get from there is quicker than trying to go for, like, you know, 10 stars, 20 stars, because you already have most of them already. And then the next main stat gain would be off of factions then, once you get later in the game like that. Especially if you're getting close to 20-star All Kingdom. But even just 10-star All Kingdom, you can start to kind of see its viability of Underworld. Because if you had, like, literally almost no Underworld done, but finally reached, like, 10-star All Kingdoms, you would get a pretty substantial amount of increases by doing a decent amount of the factions. Like up to the first magic gain, or the only magic gain. It's even possible to get the second magic gain. But getting up to that first magic gain in the Underworld isn't too bad. I think it's 44,000 total renown. Though I say that as if it's not too bad. However, the total amount of people currently with 44,000 renown is a small number. Because if I go check the achievements, there's currently 0.5% with 50,000. Where's the one for 40,000? Yeah, only 1%. Interesting. Only around 1% of people have the, though, of course, that does count people who might not be playing anymore, since Underworld has come out. But even if you say 5%, let's say, 5% of players, let's even say 10%. That's still kind of low. Like 10% of players have reached the +1 magic threshold. For the Underworld, that is. Because it is possible to reach 44,000 without ever doing a level 500 pure faction, or any pure faction at all for that matter. Because if you got 2,000 per kingdom, you would have 68,000. And that's with zero, without ever having touched a pure faction team ever. It is possible to have 68,000 renown. Oh wait, I did it for 34. Do we have 35 kingdoms? Am I going crazy? Because I think I forgot to count Nexus. There's 35, right? Wait, I kind of forgot. It's actually possible to have 70,000. My bad. I kind of forgot to count Nexus as an existing thing. That, or I forgot to count Broken Spire. One or the other, I forgot to count one. Also, we've been in this guild that we've created for 2,037 days. There we go. Oh, I didn't get a screenshot when it was year number. 2022 would have been 15 days ago. Oh no, that was at like the end of January. Yep, over 2,000. It has been a long, long time, that is for sure, gosh. You got a Tesla and a Glory Key? Nice. Any team ideas? Mana generate it like crazy. If you have Holy Saint Astra, it works pretty well. Otherwise, putting it with any other like really big bursty mana accumulator, like a Leprechaun with Empower, tends to work out pretty well. You don't necessarily want to boost your own armor. You more so want to loop mana so you can keep casting it over and over again. One really cheesy build you can end up doing too, if literally all you have is a Tesla and you don't really have much else. If you have 3 Fortress Gates, you can put them at the front of your team and just keep casting them over and over and over again. And they give 5 mana to all other allies while costing 10 mana. So if you get 15 mana, 10 on your first slot and then 5 on the next by taking a bunch of blue mana, it is possible to just perpetually keep casting Fortress Gates and then just keep doing that over and over again to cast Tesla. It's a very funny team. And all it uses is 3 commons plus Tesla. It's probably a little bit more viable if you have Leprechaun fully traded and stuff just to run a more mana accumulation route. Especially if you have Holy Saint Astra. But it is possible to do that. It's very, very funny. Which I can kind of show it right now. Let me find a PvP team. I'm trying to find something that won't completely obliterate us. We could try it here. I feel like this one might completely obliterate us. But it's a really funny team. Let me go find one we're not really using this week. Well, I'm going to be replacing most of these soon for the video anyways. Let me go overwrite the thing we're literally just using. But yeah, it's pretty funny. Tesla. Fortress Gate. Oh, I don't mean Fortress Gate. I mean Dwarven Gate, my bad. Dwarven Gate. Not sure why I said Fortress Gate. Change banner to a blue-red. And there's our team. And all we have to do is just take a bunch of blue, and then we win. I just need one more blue. That is so unfortunate that we were exactly 1 short because we might actually lose here due to being exactly 1 short on blue. Because now he's going to get rolling. Yeah, no! I want to show it real quick. Let me show it. Okay, we'll show it against this team. How do we have so much magic? A lot of bonuses. A lot of bonuses in the game. Mostly kingdom bonuses. But yeah, basically we have to get 15 mana, then we have infinite mana. As long as you don't mana drain us. Problem is, the board doesn't want to give us blue. There we go, now we have infinite mana. So we cast this. Then we cast this. Then we cast this. Then we cast Tesla. And then we rinse and repeat over and over again. This would probably be better if I show it on something else. Like, how about Explore 12? I should have shown it on the game mode we were already on. Because I'm trying to find things that aren't going to be annoying. And Explore 12 is kind of like that. I wouldn't necessarily advise this unless you had no other options, though. But it is kind of funny. Because obviously it's going to take way longer than running Zugoff build. However, all you need is 1 Tesla, pretty much. So same strategy. We basically have to get 15 blue. And hope that does not get transformed. That'd be very bad. Good, it didn't. Alright, then we cast that. Then we cast Tesla. Then we cast this. Then this. Then that. And then Tesla. And rinse and repeat until we win. One nice thing about this too, I believe these things are gaining armor, which gives us boost ratio for Tesla as well. But yeah, this is a really funny way to just kill everything in the entire game. It doesn't work against really good coordinated PvP teams and a couple other things. But you can run this for factions, for any of them that allow blue. You can run it for dailies, pet rescues, Explore 12 somehow. And a few other things. Obviously there are things way stronger than this, but this is literally all you need to build a Tesla team. It's just 3 commons with a Tesla. She's just such an important troop to get early on in the game. It's one of the only, if not the only legendary I would say is worth crafting in the current state of the game. Because normally it's a waste of resources to craft legends. She is one of those exceptions. That is not the case. Just because of how well she scales throughout the entire game with barely anything other than herself. And there we go. Oh, never mind, that's not enough damage. But one more Tesla is not too far away. Just gotta cycle through one more time, and there we go. But yeah, it's kind of insane how broken she is for a lot of things. Obviously not the quickest of builds though, but a great alternative if you have almost nothing but a Tesla. Oh, I didn't even need a Zugoff. Oh yeah, I said I would hand out a code after we finish out World Event. Did I ever finish out the World Event? I kind of got distracted. Oh no, I did. Okay, let me go hand out a code. And then we'll go and do a little bit more farming on Explore 12. Let's see. Oh no, we're almost out of codes. It's always weird when the sheet has almost none left. Because I'm basically just looking at a blank document. Because it's basically just like a little document thing. A little notepad thing. With all the codes. And then when they're all gone, it's just like literally a blank document. It's just like a complete nothingness. And it's always funny when the last one goes. It's like, oh, there's nothing here now. I literally have a like default notepad just saved to my my desktop now. Because there's no codes actually on it. I just find that kind of funny. Because that's quite literally the case. I have a literally blank notepad saved to my desktop if we are out of codes at a given time. But there you guys go. There's the redeem code used on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever game says right over there is where you put in for your invite code. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Just copy paste the random numbers and letters starting with QF. And it gives the same word as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,000 rabbit to gold. Enjoy, everyone. There you guys go. Alright, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. See if we can get anything juicy. Oh, there's the mail saying the code. And definitely feel free to leave a like on stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Did I already say that? I may have. Whoops. Let's see. Let's get a Zugoff down. And also we'll have a video soon going over a bunch of Vault related teams. Have it nice and updated for the weekend. This weekend might be a little bit of an outlier due to the Imp of Love. Which almost makes me want to cover the video for next time, but I kind of already wanted to do it, so we might still do it. Which is a little bit weird because of Imp of Love's interaction this weekend. Because that's a super rare exception to how it normally goes down. So I keep forgetting to target the corpse mirror. Like, I naturally do it sometimes. There's no corpse mirror in this battle. I'm not sure what in this battle made me remember it, though. There's literally no corpse mirror here. Not even the other horse. That's one thing I hate, too. There's 2 horses in this kingdom. And I keep sometimes thinking that the Dread Steed is the corpse mirror. Or whatever that one is that has the immune. Because it wasn't him. But there's 2 horses. It's the other one that has the immune. Any team without Zugoff to explore? There's quite a few that can. The Plunder and Peril gold farming team, which is basically just a bunch of mana accumulation with Cedric's with Plunder and Peril weapon. That you get from 250 wins on that one hero class. I actually forget which one it is off the top of my head though. Not Thief. Corsair. Corsair hero class. That one with a 1 billion blue. You don't actually use that hero class with it, but that's the one hero class you get the weapon from. I believe it's from Blackhawk. Yeah, it's from Blackhawk. Aside from that, Iron Gut team's not too bad. Scorpius team and Nexus is still viable. If you happen to have a 4x poison like Uryali, and then double Scorpius it, it's still double kills. You won't be able to do that during a Vault event though, as effectively. And just trying to run it down with a bunch of AoE bursts always is something that can work. You can also run a different skull spam related team that still does kind of like the triple damage burning kind of thing. Because Golvania basically has almost no immune to burn. So you don't necessarily have to do it around Zugov. It's the quickest option, but you can build any kind of team around the triple damage burning hero classes. Doesn't have to include Zugov. It's just the most consistent way to do it if you have it. But it's not required to do a burn triple damage skull team. It just makes things a bit easier because it both does the burn and the skull spam simultaneously. There's quite a few things only do one or the other. It's barely dinner time by you. God, it's like pitch black outside. By me, that is. It is very dark. So I really need to go and redo the lighting in this room. Not just the ceiling fan that still is completely broken. But I mean just in general, my side lighting. Something I've been meaning to replace for a while now. I have a setup for it, but it's kind of clunky. It's very cheap though. I was able to get like a full setup for like, I think like $30. I need to get a better one eventually. The only problem is I'm running out of room to put any of this in this room. This room's starting to get really crowded. Still trying to find a way to organize it. I'm thinking of getting some things for my I almost said my dresser. For my closet. What are they called? It's like racks that you can put on top of the pole that you normally have all your clothes on. I was gonna do that, try to organize some things in there. Especially with all the stuff I'm still getting sent down from my dad. It's one of the reasons I haven't really dealt with that box yet. It's just, if I start taking stuff out of it, it's just gonna take up so much room. Did you miss anything spicy? Last time you popped in, someone was suggesting that, oh gosh, Genki. Oh yeah, that was a joke from, you were probably here that one stream when I brought up that one Valentine's Day pet. Because there's a whole joke about it with Defiant and Isabel. Or was it with Bill Warheim? I don't remember. It was a joke from last year. Or was it the year before? Time doesn't exist since COVID. I'm not sure. But at some point, some Valentine's Day, it was a kind of inside joke kind of thing. Oh yeah, true. I completely forgot to mention that for a cheap team too. Duh. Urskia Shield Rowain is pretty nice. There's a couple ways to cast it depending on what you want to do. I believe the quickest way to win is cast Urskia Shield, then cast Rowain, then cast Urskia Shield, then cast Rowain. Because it's quicker to do double than it is to do triple Urskia Shield into Rowain. The way you normally want to do it is Shield Rowain, in that order. And I believe that is normally enough stats to win, regardless how many stats you have. Though I'm not sure if it is stat dependent. I know with my stats that wins. However, we have a lot of stats. So I'm not sure if it would do that at any point within the game. But I know the general strategy for Rowain build is Shield Rowain. While triple shield does kill, it is a lot slower than alternating between the two. Because regardless how you look at it, you're casting 4 times. But it's easier to cast 2 shield and 2 Rowain than it is to cast shield 3 times and 1 Rowain. It also gives you time for Leprechaun to get its mana back without Rowan blocking the green. But then again, both of them would kind of be like that, wouldn't they? Because if you're not casting Rowan, you're never blocking it on green. Whereas the Kirk away slightly blocks it for a moment, though it's not normally too big a deal. Also because Leprechaun accumulates so much mana. Plus it still gets it through purple, even when it is blocked on green. I'll catch you later, Logic Slayer. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good weekend. Best of luck with the Vault event. Oh, SpaceX is doing something tonight? I might have to check that out later too. Where are they doing? Does anyone know? Has Logic Slayer already left for it? Oh no. Yeah, what are they doing? I normally don't keep up with stuff like that. Oh yeah, isn't the Super Bowl this weekend as well? Speaking of things I don't keep up with, isn't it Super Bowl weekend or is that next weekend? I honestly don't have the slightest clue. I don't follow sports, though I do like watching the Super Bowl for the ads, the halftime show, and because it's a good excuse to pick out. Let's see, I'll take that over. It's like a baseball game. You don't do it for the show, you do it for the food. I feel that way almost about all sports. Like, I'm not in it for the sport, I'm in it for the food surrounding the sport. Because it seems to attract very good food. Well, very bad for you food, but it tastes so good. Oh, it is Super Bowl weekend. That's what I thought. He's doing a Starship update at 9. Interesting. Also, gosh, how rich is Elon these days? It's not like Amazon rich, but it's like... Isn't it like top 10 in the entire world rich? It's something absurd. Hey, we got an Anu. Oh, this isn't our final chest yet. Maybe the game thinks it is. It is technically 9, though. I do still want to go for like at least 2 more, I think. The game thinks it's the final chest. We missed the prediction on last night's stream, though. It ended with a bad chest. A really bad chest, actually. I think it was like double Yasmin, Orpheus or something. Which is like a dead even average chest, but still. Not ideal. Followed your advice with the team for Stonesong Aerie, but you keep getting destroyed by Queen Zachi in the last battle. Any hints? Well, it is going to be a lot harder potionless. Because it could just be that your stats aren't high enough for it. Like, what kind of delve level are you running? Oh, it's Horde level 166. Because I know some people do go for around 200 for it. 200 with the extra 50% off the Kingdom thing, which I'm not sure if you have the extra 50% yet. 166 with the 50% sounds like it should be fine, though. If it's too big of an issue, one other strategy that place can run, though it is a lot more luck-based, it has insta-kill. So you can run that one brown-blue troop. I forget its name off the top of my head. But it has a chance to insta-kill every time you cast it. If Zachi is being that big of an issue, one strategy that you can do is like change some of your team to carry like 1 or 2 of the insta-kill troop, and then just get lucky enough after enough tries to immediately insta-kill the Zachi, and that will just completely obliterate the Zachi, so you have one less threat to deal with. You can also get that from summons off of your team. However, because I believe Harpy Mage has like a summon off of it. However, you could just start with a Blade Wing. Yeah, that's what Cookie mentioned. You could just start with that brown-blue troop of the Blade Wing, and just hope it gets the kill. Either 1 or 2. Probably only 1, but you need extra luck if you're going to have only 1. But 2 might make your team too clunky depending on what you're trying to do for it. I would say just go 1, but put it in... I want to say first slot, though you probably want to put it in second slot. You probably want to run Harpy Mage, Blade Wing, and then double Zachi. Because you kind of have to run Harpy Mage in first slot because you have so much chance to resummon Harpy Mage. But yeah, if it's being that big of an issue, try Harpy Mage, Blade Wing, double Zachi then. Because that gives you a way to eventually insta-kill the Zachi. And then if it's dead, you don't have to deal with it, and then you just win. You just have to run it enough times that you get lucky enough to kill it within 1 or 2 casts. I think it's like, what, a 20-something% chance to kill? I actually completely forget. I know it's around 20 to 30%. You just need it to roll within like 1 or 2 casts. Let's see. Why can I not type a B? There we go. Blade Wing. Oh, there it is. It's 20% chance to kill. And only if there's a storm, though. Just generally perpetually going to be a storm due to Harpy Mage. But yeah, you have like 1 or 2 20% chances, but as long as you eventually get a run where it immediately kills Zachi, you basically just win. Because if Zachi is the only thing holding you from winning, that just kills it. You still have to deal with all of its free summon, but you're killing the main thing that can actually kill you back. Like, the order you'd want to do it in if you're using that single target thing is kill Zachi immediately, then kill the Blade Wing, the enemy's Blade Wing, so the enemy Blade Wing doesn't kill your Blade Wing or anything else. And then you kind of just win. Like, if you get insta-kill on Zachi and then Blade Wing dies, you just win at that point. Because you could just out-summon the AI for the rest of the battle. You have terrible luck. Oh gosh. That is a pretty low amount of summons after that many tries. Eventually you would get good enough luck with running it though. Well, you might take several attempts. But Blade Wing would eventually break through. Oh, another Anu. It's 2 Anus in a row. Which is kind of funny because our last chest is probably not going to be an Anu. I'll probably go for 1 more chest, which is 2 more cycles at this point, because we're not going to have enough shards to reach it. Maybe we'll get a triple Anu in a row. That'd be nice. I'll make up for last night. Or who knows? You know what'd be even better? Triple Nisha. Calling it now. The chest is triple Nisha in a note. Could you imagine? I still haven't seen it. I've seen double Nisha, I believe, 3 times now. Though I have not seen this all-elusive triple Nisha. I've seen screenshots of it happening. I don't think I've ever seen any live footage of it, though. Does anyone know if there's a video anywheres of someone getting triple Nisha? Like the actual active act? And not the, like, them already having on screen, but like the actual, like, they're just randomly doing an explore and then boom, triple Nisha. Like, I know it's happened before, obviously. Statistically, it would have happened quite a few times. But, I've personally never seen it. Other than in screenshots. Well, that might be one of the reasons why you might be having a problem as well. Depending on how many casts you're getting, or if you're running the Blade Wing method, though based on your team you might not be running the Blade Wing method, or you definitely wouldn't have been. But you have to keep in mind, if the enemy is casting more than you, 20% extra stats when for a faction doesn't actually help you, because they have more stats as well. So if they're casting more, or getting the advantage on you, they're actually getting more value from the 20% than you are. Like, getting there, you have that bonus. But once you're actually in the final battle, if they're casting more than you, the 20% extra bonus actually makes it harder, not easier. Because if they're casting 3 times compared to you casting 2 times when they have 20% extra, but you also have that 20% extra, They're just getting more benefit from it. The exception to that are instant kill related stuff. Because just because you have extra stats for it doesn't necessarily mean the faction is easier. It can mean that, but it depends how the battles go. But it doesn't just automatically make it easier. Getting to the final room it makes easier though. That it definitely does. So if your concern is like losing any troops prior to the final room, then yes, 20% would help. But depending on how the final battle goes down, 20% stats can actually be a disadvantage. It's only an advantage for keeping 4 troops alive going into the final room, but not always an advantage in the actual final room. Oh, come on. Get the cast down. Let's see what's in this final chest, and then we'll call it a night. And then we got a Vault event weekend. So just play all but the final room and save it for the bonus expires. Ha! That's funny. Though then you'd only get one shot at it. But it is kind of funny. You could actually do that. I wouldn't advise doing that, but you could. Like, if you don't get it on Sunday, you could do that, I guess, if you really wanted to. It is actually kind of funny strategy I never thought about. However, that would be so rarely applicable, and you would only get one try. But yes, theoretically, if on Sunday you still don't have the pure faction done, just do the entire place up to the boss battle, or, you know, the final room, with your trooper team of 4, and then just wait until Monday, reset. Because then you would have taken the advantage of having the 20% stats to get to the final room with all 4 alive. But then you'd have the stats expire, so the final battle might be easier, technically. That's kind of funny. I've never actually thought about doing that. You can only do it once, like, ever so often, though. That's such a rare occurrence you'd ever even be able to do that, but that is kind of funny. Alright, final chest. Come on, game. I said final chest. That means there's triple Nisha in here, right? No! We used up all of our Anus. In all fairness, we got 3 Anus to stream. I can't really complain. No. I claimed all the Anus and there was none left. Unfortunate. But we still got 3 Anus to stream, so I'm happy. But anyways, guys, that'll probably call it for now. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. Also, I just realized I didn't have the right metal setup for that, though. It doesn't really matter too much. Not gonna make too big a difference having 4 less magic with that team. Though it does help. Gets a bit more destroys off of Thrall and stuff. But we'll be back tomorrow night with Vault event. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. We'll also have a video up tomorrow, morning or afternoon, going over all of the teams for Vault events as well. A nice updated one. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to be going about showing it, because there is a factor this weekend with the Imp of Love that makes it slightly different. It's a really rare outlier that I'm not sure ever actually happened before. But it's a really rare outlier that makes the Ironhawk team a bit less viable this weekend. Though that's not normally applicable for standard Vault event weekends. So not sure exactly how I'm going to explain that in the video, because that's kind of a weird, convoluted exception. But the problem is that's a rare convoluted exception that is applicable to this weekend. Or we could just make a video more on that and then cover that at the next time a Vault event comes around. We'll see. I'm not sure. But definitely something related to it, that's for sure. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Best of luck with the Vault grind. It starts in about 5 hours from now. If you're going to be doing exactly at reset, though, I will be sleeping then. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you later. Thank you so much for stopping by as always. Enjoy your weekend. Best of luck with the Vault event starting in exactly 4 hours and 47 minutes, and I will catch you guys then. Not literally then, but tomorrow night, as I mentioned. Goodbye, everyone.